रहा है मधुबन तुमसे ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले। महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले।
दिल से कहते हैं मेरा बाबा, इसलिए बाप का हर बच्चे से अविनाशी प्यार है। इसलिए हर बच्चे को बाप का वरदान रोज बपदादा चाहे नंबर 1 है, लेकिन एक ही समय एक ही वरदान सभी बच्चों को इकट्ठा देते। हर रोज बाप दादा का हर बच्चा नंबर 1 वाले है, लेकिन मेरा बाबा का तो वरदान के अधिकारी बन गए। हर एक बच्चे को चाहे कहाँ भी रहते हैं, इंडिया में रहते हैं या फॉरेन में रहते हैं, लेकिन वरदान सभी को एक ही बाप दादा का मिलता है। और वरदान को प्राप्त कर खुश भी होते हैं, लेकिन खुश होते हैं 2 प्रकार के बच्चे। एक बच्चे वरदान को देख खुश जरूर होते हैं, लेकिन आगे नंबर वही लेते हैं जो सिर्फ वरदान को देख खुश नहीं होते, वरदान नहीं करते कि ये मेरा वरदान है, लेकिन वरदान को फलीभूत करते। वरदान से लाभ लेकर वरदान का फल निकालते। बीज है, लेकिन बीज को फलीभूत नहीं करे, फल नहीं निकाले तो सिर्फ खुशी होती है। वरदान को फल निकालने के लिए जैसे कोई भी बीज होता है, उसका फल निकालने के लिए उनको पानी और धूप चाहिए, तभी फल निकलता। तो यहाँ भी हर बच्चे को जब वरदान का फल निकालना है, जिससे विस्तार होता जाए, अपने मन में वरदान का फल द्वारा वृद्धि होती जाए। तो यहाँ भी बाप कहते हैं कि वरदान का फल निकालने के लिए बार बार वरदान को स्मृति में लाओ। स्मृति स्वरूप के स्थिति में स्थित रहो। बार बार स्मरण नहीं, लेकिन स्मृति ये पानी देना और स्वरूप में स्थित होना, ये धूप लगा। तो ये फलीभूत होने से स्वयं में भी को भी उस फल द्वारा शक्ति का अनुभव करा सकते।
वो तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले, वो तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले, महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे।
शांति। अव्यक्ति परिवार में आपका स्वागत है। आज है दिन 15। महान बनने के लिए मधुरता और नम्रता का गुण धारण करो। आज का विषय है शीतल देवता। अव्यक्तिशाली मधुरता ही महानता है। इससे मन और मुख का कड़वापन समाप्त हो जाता है। क्रोध अग्नि शीतल हो जाती है। बाप दादा अपने हर बच्चे को शीतल देवता बनाना चाहते हैं, इसलिए मधुरता के गुण को धारण करो। आपका मुखड़ा भी मीठा हो। मधुरता के गुण से भरपूर बनो। जो भी संपर्क में आए उसे मधुर बोल वह शक्तिशाली दृष्टि से भरपूर करो। पास विद ऑनर समाने की शक्ति। मीठे मीठे बच्चे, बाबा की दृष्टि तुम पर पड़ी है। ईश्वरीय दृष्टि के कारण तुम अमूल्य बन गए हो। अभी हम मोहिनी दीदी से सुनेंगे।
ओम शांति। बाबा ज्ञान के सागर हैं, फिर प्रेम के सागर हैं। ज्ञान इतना, बाबा रोज रोज हमें मुरली सुननी चाहिए। रोज हमें ज्ञान का मनन चिंतन करना चाहिए, क्योंकि जीवन में दो चीजें होती हैं। एक होता है स्मृति और दूसरा होता है सिमरन। जो सिमरन करते हैं वो भक्ति मार्ग में करते हैं, जिसको कहते हैं जाप करते हैं। कोई भी नाम लेकर के परमात्मा का उसका जाप करते रहते हैं। और ज्ञान में सिमरती है। हम लोग सिमरन नहीं करते, अंदर में रिपीट नहीं करते हैं, परंतु हम सिमरती। तो ज्ञान जो है उसकी सिमरती हो। ज्ञान ज्ञान की तरह रहे और समय पर पॉइंट याद ही ना आए। जब जरूरत है कि हमें ड्रामा कह के फुल स्टॉप करना चाहिए, पर सिमरती नहीं आई, उस टाइम नहीं आई, और हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं, फुल स्टॉप नहीं लगाते। तो कैसे पता चले ज्ञानी तो आत्मा है, वो उसकी स्मृति से। और कई बार स्मृति का भी ख्याल नहीं रहता, तो कहते हैं कि जो हमारी वृत्ति है वो स्मृति के आधार से है। जैसी बात याद आएगी मन में, उस तरह की वृत्ति, फीलिंग्स कहें, वृत्ति कहें, वो इमर्ज होती है। ये डिपेंड करता है क्या याद आता है। कभी कोई ये भी लक्ष्य रखना होता है कि मुझे क्या भूल जाए और क्या याद आए। कई बार जो कुछ भूलना होता है वो बार बार याद आता है, तो उससे क्या होता है कि हमारी स्थिति नीचे ऊपर होती है। तो कैसे हम स्वरूप बने स्मृति का। हमारी दादियाँ थी तो वो स्मृति का स्वरूप थी, तो उनकी वृत्ति और वाइब्रेशंस बहुत बहुत पावरफुल थे। फिर अगर वृत्ति का भी पता नहीं चले तो दृष्टि को देखो। स्मृति, वृत्ति, दृष्टि, फिर कहते हैं कृति। फिर मनुष्य कर्म करता है और फिर बनती है उसकी सृष्टि। तो रोज हमारी अपनी सृष्टि क्या है। एक तो विश्व है, विश्व मतलब वर्ल्ड है। फिर बाबा कहते हैं दिन भर आपके व्यवहार की, संबंध की, वातावरण की आपकी सृष्टि है। तो हम क्या चाहते हैं कि सुख रहे, शांति रहे, प्रेम बना रहे। तो उसके लिए हमें अपनी स्मृति पे ध्यान देना है। इसलिए जब ज्ञान सुनते हैं तो ऐसे सुनते हैं जैसे कोई बात समझ में आई। नहीं, कई बार बाबा कहते हैं बच्चे, ज्ञान भी एक स्टडी है। जैसे आज किसी का कोई भी प्रोफेशन होता है, अभी प्रोफेसर पढ़ाता है और उसको याद ही नहीं रहे कि क्या पढ़ाना है या मैंने क्या पढ़ा है, तो पढ़ा तो नहीं सकता। जो प्रैक्टिस करता है, एक इंजीनियर है, उसे याद रहना चाहिए। तो पढ़ाई है ही इसलिए कि उसकी स्मृति रहे, जैसे और पढ़ाइयों में होती है, और उस स्मृति से हम फिर अपना आगे सारा व्यवहार करें। जिस पर मैंने बताया कि स्मृति है तो वृत्ति भी है। तो हमारा अटेंशन कहें या मेहनत कहें, इसी बात पर है कि स्मृति स्वरूप बने, विस्मृति ना हो, भूल नहीं जाओ समय पर कि मैं आत्मा हूं, और फिर देह अभिमान में आ जाए, देह भान हो जाए, तो कुछ ना कुछ सोच डिफरेंट होगा, बोल डिफरेंट होगा। इसलिए रोज हमको बाबा जो सुनाते हैं मुरली में, आज भी बाबा ने कहा ना, वरदान की बात बाबा ने। तो वरदान भी क्या है। कोई परिस्थिति आती है, उस समय अपना वरदान याद करो। बाबा ने कहा है ना बच्चे, तुम विजयी रतन हो, वरदान है। तो हम अगर वो स्मृति लाते हैं तो समर्थी, जैसे उस समय शक्ति आ जाती है। बाबा ने ऐसा कहा है, जैसे कोई मनुष्य कुछ कह देता है, इसने ये कहा है, तो संकल्प आ गया, तो दुख सुख मान अपमान सब उसी आधार पर होता है। तो कितना महत्व है ज्ञान का और कितना अटेंशन हमें देना चाहिए दिन भर कि मेरा व्यवहार ज्ञान युक्त हो, मेरे संबंध योग युक्त हो। तो युक्त का मतलब कि वही जीवन है, ज्ञान है परंतु स्मृति नहीं ज्ञान की, व्यवहार नहीं ज्ञान का, तो वो ज्ञान, इसका मतलब बुद्धि में ग्रहण नहीं हुआ। एक होती है धारणा, धारणा होती है भाई गुणों का, पर दूसरा होता है ग्रहण करना, वो बुद्धि के द्वारा होता है। तो बुद्धि स्वच्छ रहे, एकाग्र रहे। जब हम सुनते हैं तो पूरी अटेंशन, कहीं और ध्यान न जाए। बीच में कभी भी इधर उधर ध्यान था तो बीच में जैसे डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं। बाबा तो इतने तक कहता था कि एक बार जैसे समय होता था बाबा आते थे, एक बार बाबा आ गए उसके बाद कोई नहीं आता था, क्योंकि बाबा कहता है डिस्टर्ब होता है, लिंक नहीं रहती है। बाबा कहता था हंसी में कि योग में चाहे बैंड बाजे बजाओ कुछ नहीं होगा, पढ़ाई के समय टोटल साइलेंस चाहिए। किसी कारण से भी किसी का ध्यान इधर उधर ना जाए, क्योंकि पढ़ाई में बहुत अटेंशन चाहिए। तो जितना बाबा, हम फॉर्चुनेट हैं, ऐसा बाबा मिला है ज्ञान का सागर। तो हमको इसी इतना ही अटेंशन से आपका जो पद होगा वो भी ज्ञान के आधार से होगा। जितना जितना स्मृति स्वरूप बनेंगे, स्वरूप में आनी चाहिए वो स्मृति। बड़ा अनुभव करने की बात होती है, क्यों मुझे ये बात याद आई, क्यों मुझे किसी की कोई बात मन में फिर आई, क्यों फोन स्टॉप नहीं लगा। फिर ध्यान रखते हैं तो अगली बार लगता है। तो इसलिए आज बाबा तो और आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं, मधुरता और धैर्यता। तो आज आप बाबा कह रहे हैं कि आपको शीतला देवी और शीतला देवा बनना। शीतल जैसे चंद्रमा की रोशनी है, बहुत शीतल होती है, उसमें तेज नहीं होता, लाइट होती है पर बहुत शीतल होती है, तभी तो आप देख पाते हैं ना। तो आज बाबा कह रहे हैं कैसा स्वभाव होना चाहिए, नम्रता और मधुरता है, पर अब क्या चाहिए, शीतल। तो बाबा कहते हैं कि मधुरता ही महानता है। बाबा कहते हैं कि इसमें मन और मुख का कड़वापन समाप्त हो जाता है, मन का कड़वापन और मुख का। कहते हैं ना कि वाणी है, कोई के शब्द रतन समान होते हैं, कोई के पत्थर के बराबर होते हैं ना। चाहे ज्ञान सुनाने में भी अपने अनुभव, अपनी धारणा, अपने स्वरूप से जब कोई भी बात कही जाती है वो अलग होती है, वो अलग तरह से टच करती है। ऐसे ही अगर हम करते हैं, हाँ, तो बाबा की बातें भी कभी कभी कहते हैं बहुत स्ट्रांग था, परंतु मम्मा हमेशा कहती थी कि देखो हाँ, कभी भी बीमार होते हैं तो खाना अच्छा नहीं लगता है। तो अगर मुरली अच्छी नहीं लगती है तो कोई ना कोई मन का कुछ ऐसी स्थिति है जो मुरली बुद्धि में भी नहीं ठहरती, सुनते समय भी एकाग्रता नहीं है, तो उस पर ध्यान दें। तो बाबा कहते हैं मन और मुख का कड़वापन समाप्त हो जाता है। क्रोध, हाँ, क्रोध को क्या कहते हैं? अग्नि। क्रोध अग्नि शीतल हो जाती है। और ये टेस्ट आते रहेंगे एंड तक, कोई ना कोई बात नए तरीके से आएगी। माया का रूप अलग अलग होता है ना, तो एंड तक मुझे शीतल रहना है। तो इसलिए बाबा कह रहे हैं कि क्रोध अग्नि शीतल हो जाती है। बाप दादा अपने हर बच्चे को क्या देखना चाहते हैं? शीतला, शीतल। क्योंकि एक बार क्रोध आता है ना तो पता भी नहीं लगता है क्या बोल रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, कुछ भी कर सकते। और वो फैलती है अग्नि, क्रोध की अग्नि। तो अपना शीतल स्वभाव, क्योंकि क्रोध है, जोश है, आवेश है, रोब है, बड़ी वंशावली है क्रोध की भी। तो इसलिए बाबा जो कह रहे हैं ना कि चित्त ऐसा हो जाए, शांत चित्त, शीतल हो जाए, तो ये बाबा हम बच्चों को कहते हैं कि इसलिए मधुरता को बाबा ने कहा क्या करना है? मधुरता के गुण को धारण करो, अथवा कड़वापन भी मीठा हो। इसका मतलब आपके सब हिसाब किताब चुक तो हो रहा है। ये भी हिसाब किताब होता है। किसी को देख के एकदम आवेश आ जाता है और वही बात कोई दूसरा कहता है तो फील नहीं होता है। नहीं, तो ये सब सूक्ष्म हिसाब किताब है। तो बाबा कहते हैं कि मधुरता के गुण से सभी मधुर बनो, शीतल बनो। जो भी संपर्क में आए उन्हें मधुरता के बोल और शक्तिशाली दृष्टि से भरपूर करो। मधुरता के गुण और शक्तिशाली दृष्टि, जितना जितना मन शीतल होता है, शांत होता है, स्नेह स्वरूप होता है, उतना दृष्टि भी पावरफुल होती है। तो बाबा ये कह रहे हैं कि मुख के बोल, चाहे चेहरा, मुख बोलना भी होता है मुख से, और चेहरा जो होता है वो, उससे भी मधुरता दिखाई देती है। तो कोई भी कड़वापन, कोई भी कटुता, कोई भी वैर विरोध, वो स्वभाव संस्कार में नहीं होने चाहिए। तो इसलिए सभी दृढ़ संकल्प करो कि मुझे मधुरता के साथ शीतल स्वभाव, शीतल बोल, शीतल दृष्टि हो। ओम शांति।
बाबा तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए।
अव्यक्त वाणी तारीख है 18 जून 1977। योग की पावरफुल स्टेज कैसे बने। सर्वशक्तिवान के बच्चे बन शक्तिहीन आत्मा होना, जो स्वयं को भी कंट्रोल न कर सके, वे विश्व के राज्य का कंट्रोल कैसे करेंगे। कारण क्या है। योग तो सीखा, लेकिन योग युक्त रहने की युक्तियों को प्रयोग करना नहीं आता है। योग करते परंतु प्रयोग में लाने का अटेंशन नहीं रखते। वर्तमान समय विशेष एक लहर दिखाई देती है। कोई भी बात सामने आती तो बाप द्वारा मिली हुई सामना करने की शक्ति का स्वयं प्रयोग नहीं करते, लेकिन बाप को सामने कर देते हैं कि आपको साथ ले जाना है, हमें शक्ति दो, मदद देना आपका काम है। आप न करेंगे तो कौन करेगा। थोड़ी सी आशीर्वाद कर दो, आप तो सागर हो, हम तो थोड़ी सी अंजलि दे दो। स्वयं की सामना करने की हिम्मत छोड़ देते हैं और हिम्मतहीन बनने के कारण मदद से भी वंचित रह जाते हैं। अच्छा, आगे की मुरली कल सुनेंगे। ओम शांति।
तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए। हो सुन कर के मन हर्षाए। शिव बाबा हम जन जन को सुनाएंगे तेरी वाणी। शिव बाबा हम जन जन को सुनाएंगे।
उस नॉलेज को हम जब बाप के द्वारा मिली हुई नॉलेज, उसको उन्हीं महावाक्यों के आधार पर समझने और अच्छी रीत से जानने का प्रयत्न करते हैं। और जब हमें यथार्थ रीति से समझ में आ जाता है तो हम अपने में अनुभव करेंगे बरोबर हमें अंदर में वह खुशी के साथ वह शक्ति भी महसूस होती है। और उस शक्ति के साथ अपने में वह परिवर्तन शक्ति आती है, जिसके लिए हम कहते हैं स्व परिवर्तन से विश्व परिवर्तन। अब बाबा ने हम बच्चों को कितना ऊंचा कार्य दिया है। इतनी ऐसी पतित दुखी दुनिया को हमें टोटल परिवर्तन करके पावन दुनिया बनानी है। हम अगर योग में बैठे, जो भी सुना उसको उसी रीति अभ्यास में लाके देखें, और अगर किसको कोई बात न समझ में आई हो तो पूछ सकते हैं। तो हम ये बता रही थी कि इसी निश्चय के आधार पर बाबा ने अथवा समय समय पर बाप जो जो हमें विधि बताते हैं, अगर उसी समय माना उसी दिन आज बाबा ने जो विधि बताई उसी को, क्योंकि जिस समय हम सुनते हैं उस समय हमें बहुत अच्छी बात लगती है।
चरित्र का होगा उत्थान, मानव होगा देव समान, विश्व लेगा तुझे पहचान, जग में होगी तेरी शान। ज्ञान सागर की मीठी बूंदें, ज्ञान सागर की मीठी बूंदें, विश्व पर बरसाएंगे तेरी वाणी। शिव बाबा हम जन जन को
Om Shanti. Imbibe the virtues of sweetness and humility to become great. Cool deities. Sweetness is greatness, and by having this sweetness, any bitterness in one's mind and words finish, and the fire of anger cools down. Bapdada wants to make all the children into cool deities. Therefore, imbibe the virtues of sweetness. Your face too should be sweet. Become full of the virtue of sweetness. Fill anyone who comes in front of you with your sweet words and powerful drishti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today is day 15. Imbibe the virtues of sweetness and humility to become great. Today's topic, cool deities. Pass with honor. Waste thought. Measuring people by their past. Spiritual power to finish waste thought. Power of accommodation. Baba's magic mantra. Sweet, sweet child, Baba's vision has fallen on you. Because of godly vision, you have become invaluable. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone has aimed to become avyakt and to become perfect. And as much we move forward towards that stage of being avyakt, then the purity, because purity is the main subject. And when there is purity, then the qualities, the virtues in the soul also keep increasing. So even if one is to pay attention to each virtue, another is to bring transformation in the whole awareness, consciousness, in our thinking. So Brahma Baba, he had some very practical ways where we could feel that Baba is becoming aware. He will play his part. He was doing karma yoga he had been with the family, spent time in the evening during day. But while doing that, he was very detached and lovely. Because it's very important to be detached. Because when there is attachment of any kind, you cannot really discern and decide accurately. Any vice, let's say there is greed, there is attachment. And when there is greed, whatever you will do will have the traces of greed. Not only that, but your actions will show that this is greed, right? So whether it is attachment, whether it's ego, or any vice, then traces are visible. So as much I become free, then many things like animosity or anger or any kind of bitterness, irritation, all that have to change, and it's because of purity it will help us. And when there is purity, then there are all the qualities also. Like impurity is vices and purity is virtues. So some don't understand even what is purity like. So it's not we conquer vices, but there are so many branches, sub-branches, very subtle of each vice. So we have to check all the time, are my thoughts based on any vice? If they are, there will be a lot of chain action, reaction inside us. So watch yourself and remove the traces of any vice and just become very pure. When you are pure, you will be sweet, you will be in silence, you will have sweetness. All the qualities can emerge with purity. And purity, in other words, is soul consciousness. Because soul is pure. When there is body consciousness, then all other impurities, all other vices emerge. Right? So pay attention to quality of purity. Today Baba is calling us deity of coolness. There's lot of heat of anger in the world, lot. Anger, revenge, greed. So what is required actually is the quality of coolness. So I was saying that sweetness is greatness. How you can become great is by sweetness. And Baba says, by having the sweetness, any bitterness in one's mind and words will finish. Any bitterness in your mind and words will finish. And Baba says the fire of anger, what happens? It gets cool, it gets cooled down. They always say that anger burns, right? Anger is like fire. And Baba says it should change into coolness. So Baba says bapdada wants to make all the children into deities of coolness. Sitala Devi, Sital Dev. Therefore, Baba says, imbibe the virtue of sweetness. Your face also should be very sweet. Become full of the virtue of sweetness. So beauty is not actually of color and features, but it's of sweetness. It's of purity. Purity, look at the pictures of deities. Their faces are so beautiful because of sweetness, because of purity. So Baba is also saying that the virtue of sweetness fill everyone who comes in front of you with your sweet words and powerful drishti. Whether you are in soul consciousness or whether you are in remembrance of Baba, that has power. In the beginning, when we came to Baba, in soul consciousness, we will share drishti. And it's like we are sharing power. As soon as you become soul conscious, there is power. Because soul is light and might. So in soul consciousness, you spread light and also power. So we all have to practice soul consciousness and remembrance of Baba. And that makes your drishti very, very powerful. Because many ask us, many say, my drishti is not powerful. So it's lack of the awareness inside. But I am soul, I am Baba's child. This practice definitely helps us to be very powerful. Good
Shanti Didi, good morning.
morning.
How are you feeling? Getting ready to come?
We are trying to get ready.
You must be so busy in Madhuban. And I was paying attention to what you said both in the Hindi session today and in the English one about keeping your mind very busy, learning to put a full stop. And I was thinking, how do you do it when you have a lot of things going on? How do you do it?
Because lot is going on, then you have to not worry about anything. If you have few things, you can deal with it, right? But if you have lot happening, okay, one finishes, other come. Sometimes people ask me, I don't even remember what happened in the morning. And that becomes a habit, like someone comes and says things, and other one, what did she say? I said, oh, I forgot even. And it's very interesting to see whether it is Baba's blessings or one's own effort, that some or other you just let go, because it's drama. There is some kind of restful mind where you find, the answer to whatever the question is, and then mind gets very settled. Let's say situation arises, but when you know the cause of the situation, and cause could be simple, someone give you wrong information, right? And you act on that, then it keeps going on and becomes quite a serious thing. But then we know what was the cause. And your mind gets very peaceful, very settled, and attention in future, not to believe, not to go into expansion. Many, many things one learns and feels good, so that next time, whatever there is, you can use that experience, you can use those qualities. Right? And this is how life can be light and also very creative. Personal life and including social life. Right?
Right, right. Didi, that this must have come from a lot of practice, right? Whatever you're sharing, it doesn't feel like it's, or am I complicating it too much? You don't need a lot of practice. You can just decide and it happens.
One is practice, other is experience, and third is, of course, your nature becomes like that, Means attention is there, practice is important, but don't stress yourself by practice also. When I say stress, that some people are all the time, oh, I have to do this, I have, like students, some keep saying, oh, I have to study, I have to study. And some quietly study, they finish it, and they don't have to keep thinking about it. So whatever Baba says, understand, do it. And it's very, very natural, right? Just the attention, and of course practice. They say practice makes you perfect. And there is a lot of power in practice. Practice is good because your mind, words, and actions are based on that practice. So it brings a lot of power, it brings a lot of happiness, lightness, so you want to do it more and more. But yogi life has to be natural, right? So even
Right.
our attention and practice is very natural.
One of the things Baba said in Sunday's Murli was that you should treat your mind like a temple, you should fill it with virtues, you should do all of those things. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, what are your thoughts about that? Like, how are we filling it with virtues? What are we doing when we say we are filling it with virtues?
If the soul is getting the status of gods and goddesses like deity, and you need temple for that, right? Where will you keep them? So internally creating that sacredness in the space. Like I always see that how Shiv Baba came and sat together with Brahma Baba in very little space, right? Forehead. But that space was very clean, right? That means good wishes, soul consciousness, love for Baba, all these virtues and purity makes that space very clean. And you feel like temple-like space. Temple here really means pure and sacred. And because it's very interesting that as much you become divine with divine virtues, then some or other you need that kind of space to write. Now, externally you cannot really, depends on many people, but internally you can do it. It's your space. And that is your own forehead, or you can make it a temple very nicely. And there is a song, Dil Ek Mandir Hai. It's a beautiful song. Talaban sings a lot. I don't know if she's online. Anyone else know that song? Anyone sings there? Huh? Nobody knows. Huh? वो तो पता है. But who can sing? Anyone? Okay. Maybe in the end. Yeah. That means, don't like what we take to the temple, right? Fruits and flowers, and so give beautiful thoughts to your mind all the time. So the space will become very, very clean and, of course, very sacred also. And you will feel like a god or goddess is sitting in that temple. So whether I paid attention to temple or to uh, deity, to be deity or to be divine, what we should pay attention to, temple or goddess? If I am becoming goddess, temple will be created. Right?
Right. Didi, just now in the session, you said today that you have to be very careful with the conversation inside your own head. And I'm thinking what you're saying, that part of cleaning is also the conversation. So, what is your suggestion of the conversations we should have? And if someone comes and says something, what should we do?
I think that singing the praise of Baba constantly, it's not singing, but the best experience in life could be just think of Baba's virtues, and as much we reflect on those, you are experiencing those virtues. And I think when you experience those, then it's like you have a taste for how to be just in silence, how to be just be loving. Like there's so much experience that not only you are pulled, but you want to stay in that experience more and more. So I remember that Brahma Baba once was sharing what he does at Amrit Vela. Only sing the praise of Baba. You have come in my life, you are making me this, you are giving me, like praising Baba, thinking of his virtues, his divine. And I like that because otherwise we get lost into so many things. But I have to just think of Baba's praise, like in Bhakti, they will sing the praise of God. But here we create that awareness of the virtues of what Baba is actually. That's the best conversation or churning. Or
That's very powerful, Didi. Thank you very much. And if I don't talk to you from now to when you're traveling, safe travels, blessings. I'm sure it'll all go wonderful.
yeah, once Baba had said flight of love, right? So I am taking the flight of good wishes. And I am sure it will be good.
Right.
You don't have more questions?
I could have more questions, but I thought we were out of time. I do have a couple of questions if you have the time. I was thinking about Sunday's Murli, and I was thinking how powerful it was. And I have several questions about Sunday's Murli. And one of the questions was how Baba said the result of the child study is going to come. So what is your thought about that? I thought, oh, Baba, I'm like, I need to study more if the result is coming anytime soon.
The best life. So we all it got mute. So.
Yes, I was thinking, oh my God, it must be my internet. Thank you. I didn't hear what you said. It got muted again.
You are a good student, right? Because I know you whole day and you write so many books. We don't realize even before your another book has been created. You had titles of Baba. You had some beautiful, even new commentaries on meditation. And you keep doing it, keep creating books, and they are very, very experience oriented books. So I think when one writes, one studying properly, lot of creativity comes. Once I called you and said, what are you doing? She said, I'm planting the saplings inside so I can take them outside and then they grow. So you were doing some vegetables and you are a good cook also because you have a video, right? What is that? Yum Yum Yogi, something like that.
You
And it's a
remember?
very popular where you have a simple recipes of making breakfast, making lunch, and so I think you have so many different style, and you keep light, you keep happy, and so I think that's it should be purity is creativity, right? So you are a good example for that too. Whole day busy and doing variety things. I like that too. So that you have some karma yoga, some study, some sharing, and some entertainment also, right? So yeah.
Thank you for all your blessings, Didi. Thank you. But I was especially thinking about what Baba said in Sunday's Murli that for the 15 days homework and why he was bringing our attention now. And if we need to be mindful of time, is he giving us a signal about time?
Yeah, because time is important. Whole day we look at clock, right? What next I have to do? How long I can spend on this? We look at everything, but internally, not wasting time in thinking or doing things which are not important. How do we spend our time? And like Baba gives example of a businessman that he will always, whenever there is opportunity to earn income, he won't give up, even if it's midnight. There are some islands in Caribbean, many places, and the ships come at midnight. And the whole, I was once in St. Thomas, and by midnight, when ship come, everyone is up. Shops are open, people are there because there's something, happening there. So I think that importance of time is in life. There are some they just even sit and talk about things which are not necessary. Sometimes they just go on. Who said what? This happened, that happened. means it's waste of time. No? So waste of
Right.
time in whether thinking or conversations or doing, we have to see what is really worthwhile, what is important, and what will help me to progress and help others also. Right? So using our time in an appropriate way, using them in a worthwhile way is something very important, especially at this time,
Right.
because we don't know what could be our last moment, right? These days it happens like that.
I know,
Yesterday I
right,
heard
Didi? We don't know.
someone, yeah, you don't know when what could happen. Yesterday around I think 11:30 or so, we came to know one sister, her sugar was up to 500, but she didn't know anyway. She was not well, so they took her to hospital, and of course some doctors were there. So you don't know what could happen anytime. We have to be careful, but still it does happen. So time is really short. I feel this very short.
I like what you're sharing, Didi, because if we are not prepared, it's not like if something happens suddenly, like let's say tomorrow, it's not like I can prepare from now to tomorrow. My whole life has to be preparation. My whole life has to be aligned, like what you're sharing, sing praise of Baba, be with Baba, all of those things. And then at when if anything happens, then you're prepared. If it's not a life of preparation, then we are not prepared. It can't be just the last minute, oh, we'll do something.
You know, one time in Delhi, there was earthquake very often, like every 2 hours. So people had to run out, right? Everyone start having a small bag and some money, some clothes, and so that if they have to run, they can't carry whole room, right? But at least they can carry one little bag. And it was so much that everyone, even I remember, we all had little bag. That if we have to run, we run with that bag. So it is true that life has to be preparedness, ready, ever ready. That's what Baba calls ever ready. I always say ever ready battery is also very popular. Right? So
Right.
ever ready battery, and whatever whenever we go to clinic or some places, every time we go, they give us few questions for preparedness. They say if suddenly earthquake happen, which door is your exit door? Where whole family will meet? We are taught that all family members should only exit from same door. If that is the practice, otherwise, let's say we are out and we don't see one family member, and when they go back in the fire, they never come back. Most of the incidents are when you go back and look for someone. So if all the people know where, like in Peace Village, we all have to gather here. These are the exit doors. And regularly there are people, officers who come and check our exit door lights. If they are not on, why they're not on, because so kind of whole life is emergency preparedness, right? Even I
Right.
know that some of the circumstances need some more kind of preparedness, but it's true that it's like we have to be ready.
Right. Didi, one of the things Baba said in Sunday was about contentment. And I've been really thinking about that, the way he said, like, you have imperishable relationship with me, this and that. But what is your one thought, final thought for today? Is if I want to bring contentment into my life, what is the one thing I have to do?
Yeah, one is what to do, but I like when he said that when you have all attainments, there is contentment. And contentment is all attainments, right? So it was very interesting to work on and see that this thought of after belonging to Baba, my all desires are fulfilled and I have contentment. And Baba said that quality of contentment is such a power that it will bring all attainments. So if I am content, I will get everything. And if I have everything, I have contentment. That little point I really thought few times that how contentment will bring all attainment. And it's true, I think if all of us experiment on that, that contentment brings all attainments. There is something, every virtue has certain vibrations, and those vibrations are like power, and things get worked out. So same might be contentment also as a power which pulls and brings everything. This is not contentment like laziness, no. When I
Right,
am
right.
content, a lot of people, oh, I am very content. But we have to make efforts, we have to progress, we have to, like keep doing it. So I would definitely feel one is contentment in what your performance and your attainments, other is by nature. Deeply within, you believe in your fortune, you believe in Baba, you believe in love of family, and there is contentment. Some people, whenever you sit with them, whatever they talk is what is not, they're not happy about. And I always say, why don't you talk about what you are happy about? So it's just like, they give example these days lot of if glass is half full and half empty. So somebody looks at the glass and says it's half full. And someone will always look at how empty it is, right? So it's a very subtle attitude in our lives, whether I'm looking at glass is still half full, so I can drink water. And other is saying, but it's not full, it's empty. So contentment has a lot to do with your own inner way of looking things, outlook, or your attitude, whatever it is. So I think each one has to observe within what brings discontent, what makes me lose my contentment.
Right, right.
So it
I
will be
liked
you.
what you're sharing about just to be aware of your fortune, Baba's love, family love, and just be satisfied with it.
Until now, I always say people come to me, fear of future, uncertainty. But until now, everything worked well. Baba was with me, family supported. It will also continue. It will also happen, right? So have
Right.
that deep faith on uncertainty, not uncertain attitude also. A lot of people are always not sure. I am not sure. So I ask them what you are sure about. Not, I am not sure. And I always say, I am sure. Use positive words, positive attitude, and see what it brings will be attainments and contentment. Right? Okay.
All right.
Well,
Thank you, Didi.
nice to have conversation with you.
Yes,
Om
thank you.
Shanti.
Safe
Thank you.
travels to everyone. Safe travels. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti, thank you. And such a marvelous Wednesday was scheduled from Amritvela 3:30 am to 4:45 am. In the evening, 5 to 5:30 p.m. Avyakti children Murli class, 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and chit chat. Now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi. छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए, छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए, चंचल चित का भटका पंछी लौट जो नीड़ में आए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए, छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए, चंचल चित का भटका पंछी लौट जो नीड़ में आए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए। सृष्टि सृजन संकल्प सुमन उत्साह उमंग जगाए, नव सृष्टि सृजन संकल्प सुमन उत्साह उमंग जगाए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए, छोड़ तनिक दुनिया का शोर, मोड़ के मुख अंतर की ओर, जब मन का मौन हो जाए, चंचल चित का भटका पंछी लौट जो नीड़ में आए, सुख चैन अनोखा पाए, जब मन का मौन हो जाए, सुख चैन अनोखा
Shanti.